Do you like puppets, pop music and paedophiles? Because if that's the case, you're going to be in for a fun treat today. Hello everybody, this is RetroBear speaking to you live from the Gaming Pantry with the latest in my series of games based on game shows and reality TV shows on the Wii. And as you can see, if you are from the UK, this is a very, very familiar game to most of you. This is Telly Addicts. For those of you who don't live in the UK, this is going to be a bit of a confusing old thing, but you will recognise an old friend of ours from a previous video, Mr. Noel Edmonds. Yes, so again, bit of a background very, very quickly. Telly Addicts was a popular game show in the 80s and into the 90s before it sort of lost its way a bit and got cancelled. Basically based around quiz programmes based on television and questions relating to that, with classic clips and various sort of different rounds with different themes to it. Can't really say much more than that, other than that's what it is. Now, as I did mention in my start, there are going to be, during the course possibly of this opening sequence, shall we say, some people of, yes, dubious past. It's fair to say that when you play something like this, which was made X number of years ago, based around a lot of stuff that happened in the 70s, that you're going to come across something which may or may not to be considered correct as it is. That's Noel, by the way, if you haven't seen my previous video on Deal or No Deal. He used to host a TV programme, and that's what it is. But yes, so during the course of this, I may make reference to certain TV celebrities who have since, shall we say, been uncovered for what they did back then. It's also very interesting that the very first time I played this game, the very first time, the very first still picture I got was of Jimmy Savile. He couldn't have written it. So, it's loosely based on the TV because it's not quite the same as before. It's taking some of the best bits of it and to give you an idea. So, for example, here we've got a picture of a well-known television programme, a very young-looking Stephen Fry on the right-hand side. And this is from the children's television programme Woof, which I know nothing about. So this is going to be a complete guess. And there you go. And again, you'll notice I'm playing one-player game. That's very good because as I have no friends, it's ideal for people like me. You can play against yourself and amuse myself with my knowledge of television, which actually is pretty good because apart from when it comes to the sort of obscure 90s television comedies that I never used to watch, like The Mighty Bush, for example. And Noel Fielding on the right-hand side now, of course, hosts the Great British Bake Off. I've got no idea what this one is, so I'm going to have a guess at a kangaroo. I've never seen it before, so there we go, got it wrong. Yes, so I used to quite enjoy watching this programme. I used to watch a lot of television, so it's ideal for me. It's sort of like my perfect game, really. And hosted by Noel Edmonds, who I used to love Noel's House Party back in the 80s or the 90s, wasn't it? Here's a picture of Christopher Timothy and Robert Hardy in All Creatures Great and Small, which I used to love the opening of that when they used to drive down through the Yorkshire Dales and go through this great jet of water and splash the car, and they're laughing and driving along as they were doing that. And a few years ago, me and Mrs. Bear took a holiday in Wales and we did exactly the same thing. It was hilarious. You had to be there, but it was really, really funny.
Next up,
yeah, and they also did an arcade quiz machine of this, which I also regularly used to take sort of £10 to £20 out of quite often. And you know, these machines are somehow set up to sort of pay out once and then not pay out again. I actually managed to get it pay out twice in a row. It worked after that, so that's fine. We've got a classic clip now. Now, for those of you of a nervous disposition, please probably put your fingers in your ears and look away now, because we have one of the horriblest abominations of children's television, Pinky and Perky, the singing pigs, which was popular back when television was in black and white and also obviously in a little bit of colour, and then got revived again in the early 90s, I think it was, which nobody wanted. This one was before my time, but amazingly, from watching sort of programmes like Telly Addicts when you're a kid and other sort of variants of and playing various quizzes, you actually sort of get to pick up possibly the right answers or things that you shouldn't really know. That's the stuff of nightmares right there, isn't it? I mean, would you go on a holiday tour run by pigs? I mean, okay, perhaps that was the precursor to Thomas Cook. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, I'm correct. No, correct the question. Oh, right, sorry, yes. I must get distracted there. Yeah, so, I mean, the good thing about I've played this game a number of times, and you don't seem to get a repetition of the questions. With something like this, you always worry about that, and am I going to get, you know, sort of the same questions appearing over and over again, the same pictures appearing over and over again? No, never actually happened, and I think I've played this about 5 or 6 times now. I've also got this on the PlayStation 2. There's no difference between the two games whatsoever. Also, the game came out on those DVD remote control quizzes as well, which so it's very, very sort of cheaply put together, and all it is, it's a quiz game. That's all it is. There is nothing else to it. There's no frills, there's no attachments, it doesn't throw money out when you win or give you a prize or anything like that. It is just you playing Telly Addicts and answering questions about television. But compared to some quiz games, it's actually properly licensed, and you've actually going to have the chance to see clips and still pictures and things like that, and it's got Noel Edmonds in it, so there we go. I like this. If you sort of let it run down to 4 seconds, Noel shouts hurry up or quickly or something like that. It's really, really funny. Oh dear me.
Hurry up!
Lollipop. There we go. Paying absolutely no attention to this because I played it ages ago. I should really do commentary when I'm sort of playing the game, but I find it's less, what's the word, it's much easier to concentrate and then do the commentary afterwards, because you can sort of pick up on little things that you couldn't quite react to at the time. I don't know. I'm sort of fitting in between now and the end of the video because there isn't an awful lot here to go. I mean, we are, what, halfway through at the moment, and there's still 3 rounds to go, or 2 rounds to go, I'm not quite sure.
The reveal round.
It's a very 90s setup, isn't it? That's a very 90s looking television there.
There are a maximum 5 points.
Say 90s television.
The quicker you answer, the more points.
More like a 2000, it's a flat screen, isn't it? So it's nothing like the pink fridge I won in Family Fortunes. It wouldn't go well with the pink fridge anyway, because it's not quite the right colour. It's fascinating that people have putting televisions in kitchens.
If you answer now.
That's Jonathan Ross, and I'll be right. Can't believe it took me that long to work it out. Mind you, on some of these I do leave a few seconds extra for people who perhaps are interested in following it, and therefore they want to play along at home when they're watching the video and have a guess themselves. So otherwise I'll be straight in there with that, because I used to get criticised an awful lot when I was playing quiz games on pub machines or at home. I don't read the question. I read the question so quickly that people who sort of like trying to play along or play against me don't get an opportunity to read the question as quickly as I do. And that's one thing I read when I'm playing quiz games with Mrs. Bear, because I tend to sort of like read the question very, very quickly and get in before she does. That's Dame Edna, who was a very popular politician over here in the late 1970s. Oh no, that was Margaret Thatcher, wasn't it? Sorry. I always get the two confused. It's the hair, I think. Yeah, that joke's probably about 20 years out of date, but 30 years out of date even. Yeah, God, I'm getting old. I never saw the appeal in Dame Edna whatsoever, but she was very, very successful. He was very, very successful. Of course, it was Barry Humphries. You're about to find out for a second. Yep, there you go. But yeah, so I mean that's it. This is what it is. I can't make this be any better than it actually is, other than perhaps sort of getting all the answers wrong and seeing exactly what the reaction is. I suspect that if I got all the answers wrong, what I'll be confronted with is basically sort of a really angry Noel Edmonds trying to bash my head in through the TV screen. I'd like to really sort of play a game through, get all the questions wrong, and have him sitting there saying, well, that was rubbish, wasn't it? I mean, what do you think you're playing at, eh? Have you ever watched telly in your entire life? Be gone with you! As he runs off in the distance with your £20, as you've paid for this game full price. If you did. Surprisingly, speaking of prices, this game is a game which holds its value on the Wii. I got very excited when it dropped below £2 because I picked it. I think I did get it for £1 at the end of the day. But I've seen it as high as sort of £3 or £4. And again, some of these quiz shows that just apart from Golden Balls, which you can understand if you've seen the video on Golden Balls, you'll understand why. But this holds its value. It doesn't, you know, you don't see it super cheap. Same with Deal or No Deal. Same with Countdown. So it's really strange as to why that would be. I'm instantly sitting here hoping that this wheel comes round onto cartoons. It's my specialist subject. I don't want reality TV. I don't want drama.
You have landed on drama.
No, I haven't. You have selected drama. I have simply pressed the button to stop it. No idea. Ah, lucky guess. Go on, spin the wheel one more time. Cartoons, 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 cartoons. Reality TV.
You have landed on reality
As if I know an awful lot about that. Anyway, as we are getting to the end of the quiz, we'll have this final question. All I know, it's not The Apprentice. And it's not Survivor either. There we go. Ugh. Always leave them longing for more and end on a low note. Speaking of which, if you have enjoyed this, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe and tick that notification bell for further uploads when they arrive. But once again, this is the RetroBear speaking to you live from the gaming pantry, saying thank you very much indeed for tuning in. I do hope that you'll pop along again very, very soon. We have some more in this series to follow. Otherwise, we'll see you again very, very soon. I'll leave you in the company of Noel Edmonds, as we say. Take care and bye for now.